And Adam, it's great for you to join us. You have some fantastic and interesting projects in Sweden and Finland, and really excited to hear about your plans for the year and where you're at right now. So thanks so much for joining us, and please take it away.
It's good to see everyone, and thank you for joining us. Goldline Resources, building and developing a portfolio of highly prospective gold assets in Fennoscandia. This project and this story originally started, some 10 years ago when Eric Jensen at EMX Royalty really had a vision for the opportunities in Sweden. In 2016-17, when the gold price was at its lowest, Eric stepped in and grabbed a good portion of the gold line belt in Sweden, and our company is now named after this gold line belt. Fennoscandia presents a fantastic jurisdiction for us to be working in, both on our projects in Sweden and Finland. Some of the top mining jurisdictions in the world, very strong mineral endowment, very low energy costs, permitting is very accessible, a great place for us to be doing business. We have 6 projects in Sweden and Finland. 5 of those projects are in Sweden, and recently acquired the OIJÄRVI project from Agnico Eagle, as well as the Solvik projects. OIJÄRVI is our most advanced project with approximately 250,000 ounces of high-grade 4.11 grams per ton gold in a 100% controlled greenstone belt. We are the largest mineral rights holder amongst junior companies on the gold line belt. And we've got an experienced management team that has continued to grow. 2021 was a productive year for us, both from an exploration standpoint and from adding some very key technical people. And I will take you through some of these details right now. Again, because of limited time today, Kai, we're going to focus on the 2 main projects that are the most advanced. The southernmost project in the gold line belt is the PAUBÄCKEN project, where we had our recent discovery hole announced in December 2021. And I will focus as well on the advanced OIJÄRVI gold asset, which again, we acquired from Agnico in the middle of 2021. A little bit about the corporate details for those of us that aren't aware of what Goldline is. We are traded on the TSX Venture Exchange. We have approximately 135 million shares outstanding. Market capitalization today is about $18 million, with about $4 million, $4.3 million in cash. We've got strategic shareholders, including EMX Royalty, which has about 10% of the company. Agnico Eagle is a shareholder of the company, and the Sprott group of companies, after our discovery at PAUBÄCKEN, recently completed a $3 million financing and own approximately 15% of the company now. So again, we check off a lot of the boxes, most recently with some very, excellent institutional investors joining us. A little bit about the leadership team. Our chairman is Toby Pierce, co-founder of Benchmark Metals, and he's come on as chairman in late 2021. Toby's got extensive hard rock experience, capital markets experience, with the recent funding that has been achieved, as well as the advancement of the project in British Columbia. I'm CEO and director of the company, and I've got previous experience in the mining space going back some 25 years. My most recent mining project was with Caden Resources, which we successfully sold. Partnered with a really good group out of Vancouver who advanced the project and sold it to Agnico for $200 million. Eric Jensen's on our board of directors, representing EMX Royalty, PhD, and ultimately had the vision for this opportunity and secured this project back in 2017. We recently added Adine Bakker as exploration manager, and we have 2 independent directors, Simon Studer and Joel Shacker. On our technical advisory team, originally we've been led by EMX through the early stages of exploration, but we've since added extensive leadership to our team. Louis Thiel is one of our technical advisors, spent over 40 years in greenfield exploration, large scale exploration with Newmont Mining. Benny Matheson. Benny was a very humble boulder hunter in Sweden. A lot of the discoveries in Sweden are through chasing boulders and following up on historical information. Benny spent over 45 years at Boliden Mining and is probably responsible for 10 or 12 discoveries within Boliden, specifically in the areas that we're doing exploration. Most recently, we added Doug Cater to our advisory board. Doug was formerly with Kirkland Lake Gold as Vice President of Exploration, and again provides us with very senior, very extensive experience in greenstone belt exploration, and most importantly, helping our decision making along these lines. Jim Gregg recently joined as an advisor as well, co-founder of Benchmark Metals, and someone I worked with previously at Keegan Resources and Caden Resources. So again, we've put together a fantastic team of advisors and executives that can help us make the right decisions from a financial standpoint as well as a development standpoint. District scale portfolio, all of our projects are 100% owned and have significant size and district scale to them. The core project here is Goldline on the Goldline belt. We have over 85 kilometers of strike length along this Goldline belt. Again, this was acquired at the bottom of the market. And to just give you some perspective, we are exploring greenstone belts in Scandinavia. This greenstone belt in both Sweden and Finland is the least explored greenstone belt globally. We feel it as the sort of the final frontier of exploration potential, and really look at these opportunities as very unique. To put together 85 kilometers of strike length on a greenstone belt that only really was open to Western investment and Western capital for maybe 20-25 years now. It was maybe mid-90s that Sweden opened up to foreign capital. Historically, we're dealing with a lot of geological information that came by state-run exploration programs in the 1970s and 1980s. They've done a fantastic job logging this information, but ultimately we can now apply low-cost systematic exploration across an entire belt. Most recently, the PAUBÄCKEN project. If you look here, we've got almost 40 kilometers of this belt here, which is due south of the Barsele deposit and the Barsele project. Barsele, for those of you that don't know, is on record about a 2.5 million ounce deposit. Both Barsele and Agnico, it's a partner which owns 55%, have confirmed that's probably closer to 5 million ounces. So here we are with 85 kilometers across this well-defined shear zone, and with Barsele right in the middle. And to the south of us is the former past producing Svartaliden mine, which recently closed, but they are preparing this mill right next to our facility here, or right next to our project, to commence production of the Fäboliden mine. So again, to have an underexplored greenstone belt with extensive strike length, situated between two known deposits, puts us into a very good position. And again, we're dealing with historical information here. We've had historical intercepts from the Geological Survey of some 11 grams per ton over 6 meters, some high grade intercepts of 34.5 grams over a meter, and again, ultimately this is very early exploration in a region that's very exciting and a pretty significant land package. As we continue to do all of our structural definition, this area is covered by a thin veneer. Often you'll see this in Sweden and Finland. We're following the same systematic exploration that you would have seen with Rupert Resources, who successfully explored similar type geology, greenstone belts, and ultimately discovered a 4 million ounce high grade deposit within 18 months from their original discovery hole. We are now at a stage where we've completed over 6,000 meters of base of till drilling. What we do is we drill these shallow holes across these trends and really look for the bedrock that's about 15 meters below surface. We found high-grade occurrences in this bedrock. We've then followed that up with systematic diamond drilling here late in 2021, at which point we intercepted approximately 22.5 grams per ton of gold right here next to the Svartaliden facility. So what you'll see here is a very clear structural shear zone that goes right through the entire belt. This goes northwest through Barsele and continues north, through the rest of our properties. But what we've done is we've made an initial discovery here at our Aida target, and we have over 4 kilometers of a well-mineralized, well-defined alteration zone. So again, over 4 kilometers of this hydrothermal system that we've now identified with this original drill hole. We will be following up with diamond drilling, base of till drilling, and focusing an extensive budget on this area here in early 2022. We'll provide guidance to the market in the next couple of weeks after a few other announcements that you'll see. But ultimately, Sweden provides us with a very exciting opportunity with a new discovery on a trend that's already hosting multi-million ounce deposits. So great jurisdiction, great exploration team, great new strategic investors in our company, and valued today at I think about a $15 million market cap. So very exciting story. And again, very similar to everyone else here presenting undervalued opportunities. Moving over quickly to Finland. This is a project we acquired from Agnico Eagle. Agnico had acquired this originally in about 2006 as part of a portfolio. As they made their focus on the development project with the mines they were putting into production, they completed exploration. They quantified 250,000 ounces. And what happened in 2012 is they were about to move forward on advanced exploration. They had, seen the opportunity to increase this from the original discovery, but ultimately GoldX happened. Agnico had to close 2 mines in 2012. They lost 25% of their market capitalization within a 48-hour period, and they shut off all exploration budgets. This created a very unique opportunity for us to buy 100% interest in a very underexplored greenstone belt with the known discovery and a very clear shear zone going right through the entire 35-kilometer project. We have 100% interest in this project. It's probably the least studied greenstone belt in Finland. So again, early days, but we've already made that discovery. We have over 50,000 meters of drilling. That sounds like a lot, but a lot of these holes were done by the Geological Survey and really only penetrated about 50 to 100 meters of the surface. So a lot of this was surface drilling. Over 230 of these holes were greater than 2 grams per ton gold. And if you look here, this is the Greenstone belt in the OIJÄRVI region, and we have claimed the entire project. We have over 35 kilometers of strike length here to explore. We're commencing geophysical interpretation over the entire area. If you look in detail here, you can see the red holes represent what Agnico was planning on drilling. The core resource is defined here and has about a 1.5 kilometer strike length. They've had extensive holes done here about 2 kilometers southwest that intercepted the exact same type of quartz high-grade veins. So our goal is obviously to commence step-out drilling, show that the deposit has potential below depth. The most significant point here is of all the resource that has been defined, of the 250,000 ounces, none of this was drilled below 200 meters. So it was identified at 100 meters. The 250,000 ounces is within that 100 to 200 meter zone. This is already a 1.5 kilometer strike length deposit with 0 drilling below 200 meters. So typically, you have a 1.5 kilometer strike length, you're going to get at least half, if not more of that in down dip. Our immediate opportunity is to go and drill beneath the surface. Often these types of deposits will balloon and will pinch. So it's our anticipation that this mineralized zone continues to the south. We believe it's pretty conservative to triple or quadruple this resource in a short period of time, as well as extend the strike length to closer to 4 kilometers in total. As you can see, this structure continues to the southwest another 4 or 5 kilometers, and we have multiple zones here that have been defined, and we're reassaying core that actually was approximately 15,000 meters of drilling that was not assayed, that we're going and reassaying right now. So we've applied for permitting in OIJÄRVI. We find ourselves with 6 wonderful projects, 2 100% controlled greenstone belts that we look forward to advancing here in 2022.
Fantastic. Well, lots to do, lots to expect from you guys this year. Really appreciate you joining us, Adam. Thank you so much.